Hello everyone, this is Imran back. Welcome to channel TCM with Imran. And today's most important topic is human nervous system. That is a very important topic in the human anatomy and the physiology. So we need to understand how the body is working internally, which is connected to the brain and the spinal cord and human nervous system, and how the nervous system is working and how the brain is commanding us and how the body is sending signals to the brain. Brain is like a complex network. You see this wiring, right? How it is made up of, like we don't know where it is started and where it is ending also we don't know. So if you see this, we get some kind of confusion. The human nervous system is also some kind of like that. We don't know where we should start. And we know the simple as that the brain is only the boss of the body. So the brain is only controlling us. So if you see this wiring, only one thing we get to know: we just don't need to think anything, and we do our work, and we don't want to waste our time in this network. See the human nervous system also. Sometimes we get interested to study, but when we study, it is very complex to understand. When we understand, it is very easy. So basically, the nervous system is the body's communicating network, and the brain is controlling the body. Here, the brain is controlling the body like a puppet here. So if whatever we think, whatever we perform, that is through the brain. So you see here, overall the body's control is over the brain. So the brain is controlling us. You can see the in picture the Einstein is sitting there and very genius man, and he's controlling us, and that as a control center of the body. So whatever we see, whatever we listen, whatever we talk, all these things are controlled by the control center. That is nothing but the brain. And again, if the brain is not working, this man, you can see he's walking like a blind man or a zombie. And just imagine you are sitting here and making him to walk. Even the eyes are not there, the brain is working properly. That means he can feel all the environment outside properties, like he can feel and he can touch. Through that, with without one sense organ, he can manage with all those things. But what if the all five sense organs are gone? What? Just imagine yourself: no ear, no eyes, no nose, no smell, or anything. So the sensation network, the sense organ network, like skin, integumentary system. If you don't feel anything outside the environment, that is too difficult to survive in the world. Like how? That is why the brain is very important. At least one sense organ should be there to manage with the body. So just imagine what is the function of the brain: thinking. Just imagine you are not thinking and doing anything, like you are thinking something. The thinking process is done by the brain. And the learning process. Here, if you see this man, the this person is trying to write something. That means the brain is commanding inside. If you are sitting in the exam, you are writing something, means you need to recall everything for whatever you studied previous night, right? Like it act as a storage of your brain, storage network, like storage of data and storage of anything, whatever you studied the previous night. So that should be recalled by the brain. The thinking process and learning process, whatever you have learned, and again it is executing process, is done by the brain. When you observe this picture, here the brain is trying to send the signals to the body. That means the brain has a capability of commanding to the body. Example, the brain is thinking that I need to walk. That means you are thinking that I need to walk and go to the work. That means the brain is making us to walk. So like how the brain also commands us to voluntary movement also. What if the brain got sick? Did you think if the brain got sick, what happens? What if the brain get dead? The big departments and the big divisions in the body is CNS and the PNS. The central nervous system, another is peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system is the boss, that means the brain is the boss of the body because he commands, right? He is like a CEO of the body. So that is how he acts like a boss. Whatever we feel, whatever we touch, and whatever the signals uh, we get in the body, right? That all signals and everything should be go to the brain itself. Without the brain, without going to the brain, it we can't do anything. So boss is very important, play a very vital role in the companies, right? Like how you feel it as a the brain is the boss of the body. And the peripheral nervous system, he is like a delivery guys. Just imagine, the boss is telling his employee to do some work, and that employee go to travel and do something, and he will go to the another place and he'll talk to the another person, and he will carry the message from that person. He will come to the again to the main office, head office, that is a control center. Like how the peripheral nervous system also like delivery guys, he sends the messages and receives the messages. Like how you feel it as a peripheral nervous system as a delivery guy, and the brain is the boss. And again, the central nervous system consists of three things. One is a brain and the spinal cord and the brain stem. So the main thing is the brain and the spinal cord. He is like a CEO of the body. I said he is like a boss, right? The brain and the spinal cord are like CEO and the main office, it in the head office. The peripheral nervous system, they are like interns running around the delivering messages and occasionally panicking under the pressure. That means they are under the control of the brain. They need to do whatever the boss is saying. So here the main things we need to remember: the brain, that is the cerebrum and the cerebellum and the brain stem of the spinal cord and the spinal cord. So the main three parts are brainstem, cerebellum, and cerebrum. So this is very important now. The cerebrum, this is the very largest part of our brain, and this is it controls the intelligence and memory and speech and emotions and voluntary movements. Like it think it as a cerebrum as a the drama queen of the brain. That means, for example, one of our friends said, and let's diet from tomorrow, let's go gym for from tomorrow. So after 5 minutes he'll tell that let's order a pizza or a burger. Like that he changes the decisions, and he thinks and overthinks. For example, the breakup guy wakes up at the 3 a.m. and just thinking about his girlfriend. Like he thinks, and the emotions, and he receives the emotions and the memory, and whatever we feel we speak, and the voluntary action, whatever we feel, right, we do the actions accordingly. The other part of the brain is cerebellum. If you see the cerebellum, the balancing here, the bird is balancing. So if you need to balance yourself, whatever if, for example, if you're standing, you are standing on the two legs. That means you're balancing your body. Just imagine you are standing on the one leg and you're walking. So you're doing actual balance at that time. That means without the balance you cannot handle your body. And is drinking alcohol, and just imagine how he's walking, because he don't have a balance properly. Likewise, the cerebellum keeps you balanced, and literally the reason you don't fall over that tying your shoes. It's just a word, and you need to balance yourself, right? That work is done by the cerebellum. If the cerebellum is injured, that means you don't have a balance. You can't stand, and you can't walk properly, first of all. And another is the brain stem. The brain stem is the lower part of the body, that is a medulla oblongata, and it controls the vital role, just like most important thing is what's in our body, like breathing, heartbeat. Nobody comes and tells you that just breathe yourself, just make your heartbeat better. Nobody tells like that, right? So it is a body's phenomena. Like how it is a involuntary actions done by the brain stem. This is connected to the spinal cord and also the brain. whatever the if the heartbeat is just stopped, you are not alive. That means the heart and the brain are both are connected to each other. So breathing and heartbeat, the most important thing in the body. Like how that is done by the medulla oblongata or brainstem, those parts are doing. So this is the medulla oblongata and brainstem. This is the brainstem actually. So I'll tell you what is medulla oblongata and other parts of the brain some other time.